Saturday. Okay. What made you sign up?
Over my Saturday morning coffee. Watching all of your social media stuff.
Oh, really? That is awesome. That's real awesome.
It worked.
Facts.
What made you sign up?
You got me. Watching all of
Okay.
your social.
All right. All right. All right. Hello? I can't hear anybody all of a sudden.
Huh. We
Oh,
can-
I can
I
hear
had
you.
muted.
Oh,
Hi, I had muted my phone, so I'm
okay.
sorry.
All right. Nice. Okay. Okay. I thought everybody had left. All right. Okay. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. All right. So I did prepare some slides. So I'm going to add those and we'll do like a little mini presentation. And then we'll, go through some questions in the middle as we go. And of course, we'll have Q&A at the end. So I need to figure out a way so that everybody can just come in and I don't have to keep pushing everybody in. So that's kind of holding me up. So give me just a moment.
That's probably somewhere in the settings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Catina, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And when you set up your meeting,
yeah,
you just click it saying don't where you don't do waiting room.
and I don't think I can go back at this
You
point.
said we're gonna just rent something to come back to get her.
Uh-oh. All right, so can we mute ourselves? We're going to go ahead and get started. Let me see.
I said, I did not say that. My last understanding was not that. You just like, well, we gotta come back anyway. Woo.
Somebody.
Whatever.
Hold on, y'all. I'm going to try to mute it.
You got your mind. It's ridiculous.
We go through this every week. Hold on. I could do it. Let me get to these Zoom settings.
You said what? I said you talking about you wasn't in no mood and you ain't feel like driving.
My goodness.
Funny.
Oh, she said
These are the mail and junk stars.
Baby, I did online at the hospital the other day.
Yeah, what's your attitude?
I ain't got no
You
attitude.
did. Your whole damn attitude changed by the time we got to the hospital. What's your problem?
Fred,
You know what?
All right, there we go. Can y'all please put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? Because I had to mute all because somebody doesn't realize that their whole conversation is here with us. So can you please put a 1 in the chat so that I know you can hear me and then we can get started? All right, let's go. Thank you, everybody, for spending your valuable time today with us. All right, so let's just get right to it. I'm going to share the screen and then I'm going to unmute everybody so that we can address questions and concerns as we go. And unfortunately, I had to mute everybody for now just so that we can get through this because I know everybody has something important to do. So let's get through it. Just a moment. One moment. All right, so how to get fundings weekly at DAC. All right, so I'm Catina. I'm an independent agent at DAC, and I just like to go over questions that I receive throughout the week from the team. So I like to go through it with everybody. So, all right, next slide. Today's agenda is best practices to get fundings each and every week. All right. So still admitting some people. So give me just a moment. So we're going to talk about best practices to get fundings each and every week. We're going to talk about marketing ourselves. We're going to talk about handling objections. Now, these are the things people say to us. We want to be knowledgeable and able to answer any questions or concerns that we get from people. We want to be able to answer those with confidence. Okay. And we'll talk about managing clients as well. All right. So again, I'm Catina. During the day, I'm a mortgage broker and business growth coach. And my primary background, though, is real estate. So real estate entrepreneur, real estate broker, all of that stuff. So my background with DAC, I only started about 90 days ago. I was promoted to DAC 4 within about 70 days, and I've recruited dozens and dozens of agents each and every week. All right. So we talked about today's agenda. I think I went backwards. So let's get to it. All right. So first, I want to start off by saying the best way to get questions answered is not emailing me on social media. I hate to say that, but I know y'all see me on social media a lot, but believe it or not, when I go on there and post, I post and I leave. So I'm not, it looks like I'm on there all day, but I'm really not. I'm working. So the best way to get in contact with me would be email. Emailing me at the DAC email address, which is info@catinathebroker.com. But also, even a faster way to get questions answered is to, well, the first thing you want to do, though, is tell the client, let me double check and I'll get right back to you with that answer. So that's the first thing that I would do if I didn't know an answer. But yes, the next best way to go about it is to, if you have time, just be, self-searcher and search on YouTube, look at David's videos, look at Ellen's videos, and please put questions in the chat too as we go, if you don't mind, so that I can stop and answer them. But back to the best way to get questions answered is to look at videos from David, Ellen, and from me on YouTube. But there is an agent resource center on davidallencapital.com. That's a great way to get questions answered. And then also, I think personally that Facebook group is the best way to get questions answered, because there's typically somebody on Facebook all day who might know the answer and is probably right there to answer your question. So I personally think the Facebook group is the best way to go. All right. All right. So today, again, we're going to talk about learning the products, setting goals, and maybe even finding a niche. Okay, so now what's a niche? And the reason I say maybe finding a niche might be a good way to go is because some of the questions that I get, it seems that sometimes people are confused about what the products are and about what we're offering and what we're doing. So in my opinion, sometimes it's easier to learn when you're at a new company and you're an independent contractor and the company has lots of products. Sometimes it's easier to learn if you narrow your focus or narrow it down to maybe one or two products only, right? And this way you can master those two and then move on to others. But what's a niche? It's mastering one thing, becoming an expert in one thing. And so I decided to become an expert in the $25,000 same day loans. So, and that is their most popular product as well, but that's the one I chose to do, but there are lots of others. So hold on one moment. All right, so I wanted to just narrow down some of the most popular products that, you know, newer people may not be aware of yet. But if I needed or wanted to like really, really niche down, I would probably choose one of these. Okay, you might want to focus on the bigger dollars and promote the $2 million loan product. All right, let me go back. You might want to promote the $2 million loan product, or you might want to promote customer financing, you know, one more. Oh goodness, I gotta fix that. Okay, so yeah, you might want to promote online coaching, customer financing for online coaches, for medical and dental offices, or equipment financing for restaurant, trucking, printing equipment, something like that. And again, the most popular though is the same day up to 25,000. And these are some of the questions I get too. So I put it here down in the lower right, but the MCA is very popular. That's a merchant cash advance, or what they call a revenue-based loan. And to be honest, that's the one that most of the consumer or the business owners are getting. And that's because they need money fast, and the banks often will not approve quickly. So this is the one that I like because I know that a lot of small business owners need it. So this is the one that I talk about a lot. But if you wanted to niche down, this is not a bad, these 4 categories are not bad choices. All right. All right. All right. Let me look at question. Uh-oh. Can y'all hear me? Can you put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? Oh. Oh, customer finance more? Um, is it Shazir? Shazir, we had to mute everyone because someone was having a very lengthy conversation and they didn't know that they were here with us. So I had to mute everyone, and I'm going to unmute everybody in a minute. And hopefully the person has already discovered. It was a man and a woman talking and talking. So I had to just mute everybody, but we'll unmute everybody in just a second. In the meantime, though, if y'all could put questions in the chat, that would be awesome. Now, and again, one other thing I want to mention, don't forget, guys, I'm still new. I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm still new. I've only been at DAC about 90 days. So I don't know every detail about the products, but with the customer financing, somebody wanted me to go back and talk about that a little bit more. And if somebody here knows a lot about customer financing, that would be great when we unmute, that if you could add your input. I'm going to try and go back. But with customer financing, I do know that there are a lot of online coaches these days. There are a lot of, one moment, there are a lot of, let's say even with home remodeling, say somebody is, somebody, you know, a contractor who does roofs for a living, and you connect the contractor to start allowing their customers to get financing for the new roof. You know, that may be a great niche. If you're somebody in real estate and you know a bunch of contractors, that may be a great move for somebody to make. So we'll talk a little bit more. I really want to unmute everybody. So we'll talk a little bit more about customer financing in a minute. And this is almost done too. So, but you know what? Hold on. I'm going to unmute everybody now because a lot of people are still coming in, and hopefully,